So, I want to talk about being salt and light. I'm reading Matthew 5. And you go through the Beatitudes. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are those who mourn. And then God's promises on the other side of those. Then you get to, right after that, you get to Jesus talking about I'm to be salt. You were salt of the earth and light of the world. And everything after that is what it is to be light of the world. And the interesting thing is you really can't be one without the other. You can't be salt or light. He's not talking to one group of people and talking to another group of people. You are salt and you are light. No. We're salt and light. You can either be both, be none, but you can't be one. And that is pretty much, on a real general sense, what the Holy Spirit revealed to me today when I was working with somebody. And I work in an organization where I do maintenance, and the maintenance guys, they just feel like they're just there to disappear from, they've disappeared, somewhere along the line. Like, they're all taken out being there. And you know what? That's part of the reason why I ended up there. It's like, where do you go when you're taken out? You go do maintenance at a property management company for apartments. That's what happens to a man when he's taken out. He's fixing everybody else's problems. So yeah, it's bad. So anyway, and I'm there and I'm thinking, wow, I have an opportunity, and I do a good job. But these guys, they just kind of, some of them are just sort of, some of them do a good job, but some of them are not really nice people. Other of them are nice people, but they just kind of disappear throughout the day. And every time I do a job, I do it well. And they're like, oh boy, don't tell anybody that you could do that well, because you'll be doing that all the time and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I went with going for what I know, which is just do the thing. And I really was not paying attention to meeting these people where they are. Not to say that I want to stay there, but that's the whole point, isn't it? It's to meet people where they are, but not leave them where they are. And that's, I really felt like I could have done a better job with that today. And I really thought that, started thinking about, I was salt. This is where I came to the realization of you can't be both. But I was thinking, well, I was salt because I was different from my environment. But I don't know that I affected the environment or would affect the environment by being as different. So I have to kind of meet these people where they are so that I can then be light to them. It's really hard to articulate, but the thing is you can't be both. You just can't, you can't be one. You've got to be both. And the hard thing is to be different from the environment. Right? Salt and light are both different from their environment. And yet you got to treat everybody the same. And they're the same as you. But you got to be different. That's really hard. That's a biblical paradox. That's a really hard to wrap my head around. So I just wanted to share that today. And hopefully this helps someone. Or at least makes sense to someone. But that's what it is to be salt and light. You got to be both. Thanks.